Now you get the skin. You go first, Kerry.
Good evening, everyone. Well, it's evening when we're recording this, but might be good morning when you're watching it. Welcome to our little chat on low tox cleaning. Spring has sprung in the Southern Hemisphere, and we're really excited to share what, or probably not all because there's a lot, but some of the beautiful products that Young Living offer that help you to keep your home clean, because everyone has to clean their home, in a way that is inexpensive, supportive to your health rather than sort of negative impacts, and a bit of fun.
And my name is Cressida. I first learned about the toxins that were in our home when my middle son was born. And I remember it was in 2010 and he was exclusively breastfed. And after only a few weeks of being outside of my body, he developed terrible, terrible skin rashes. And it was not what I was eating, but it was what was in the home. And it was the products that I was using on him. And so that was my like real, what's it called? Like lightning moment. That's not an expression, is it?
Light bulb,
Light bulb, whatever. I'm really out of my, my vernacular is not coming to me today, but it was one of those moments that my mind was blown. Everything changed from that moment forward. And whilst I don't have little tiny babies anymore, we have very strict on the things that we like to bring into our home so that we can keep everybody as healthy as possible, and including the four-legged hound that spends all of her time licking and walking all over the floor. So there you go. I'm going to share my screen here. Always takes me a second. Just give me.
That story always fascinates me when you say it. It's funny. It makes me think back to how I got to low tox cleaning. And I think it was something I read when my daughter was a baby, saying that girls are reaching puberty at as young as 6 or 8 or some astronomical number. And that sort of tweaked a little interest for me. And I was like, I need to look into this, because prior to that, I didn't know what low tox was. I hadn't even given it a thought. So, yeah, that started me down the rabbit hole, and really interesting what you discover when you start looking, isn't it?
It's pretty alarming. And I guess probably that's something that we, having been a bit far down that rabbit hole, know, is that just because it's available for sale in the supermarket or a pharmacy or wherever you buy cleaning products. Can't think we buy cleaning products now because mine get delivered to my house every month, but it's like completely gone out of my brain. But is that just because it's there, it doesn't mean that it's safe. So there are something like 8,000 chemicals that have been banned in Europe that are not banned in Australia and America. We're a little bit better than America, but not much. So it really pays to do your research. And one of the best tools for that, I think, is the Chemical Maze app. So you can either buy the little book, but it's more handy to have it on your phone. It does cost about $15, but you can look up anything that's in your cleaning products or in your personal care products, and it will just give you a classification of its safety or whether you need to look out for a bit more information. So I think that one's really handy just to have if you are on the path of reducing the toxins in your world. And I guess one of the reasons we want to reduce the toxins is because we are living in a quite a especially if you're city dwellers like us, not you so much, Mara, but us, is that we are surrounded by toxins all the time. And so we just want to give our body the ability to be able to clear things out by giving them rest, and we can completely control what comes into our home, or most of what comes into our home. So that's really the spot where we have the highest I've lost for words there, but you know what I'm saying.
Most control, I think.
It's been a day.
It's also windy, so that makes you fart.
I know. My brain goes funny. So we just did some really super simple slides just to help the visual learners, but we've also got show and tell. Woo!
Yay!
Yeah, this is the Thieves Household Cleaner. So it comes
big kahuna.
It's sorry?
It's the big kahuna. Everyone,
Big
if you don't
kahuna,
have this in your house, you're crazy.
Yeah,
really.
this replaces pretty much, well, so many things. So it's your spray and wipe, it is your Windex, it is your, I put it in my mop bucket, I use it to, wipe all the tables, clean the oven, all of the things. We don't use any other spray cleaner, or we've been using it for so long now that I can't even think of all the things that it replaces. But you literally just put a cap of this in a 500 ml spray bottle. So you would just take the lid off. Yeah, there you go. Kerry's got one there too. Tip that in there, pour it into your spray bottle and fill it up with water. You can also add other essential oils if you'd like to. I personally love peppermint in summer because it helps to keep the ants out of my kitchen. But Kerry, I'm sure, I think you liked, was it lemon myrtle? Was that you that loved lemon myrtle?
I like lemon myrtle, but for cleaning, I also adore purification. There's something about that lemongrass citronella combination that just feels fresh for us.
Makes everything okay.
Yeah, it does. It's just beautiful. It's so, I find it really cleansing, and it, just makes everything smell beautiful.
And the best thing about this is that you can give it to your children, and even if they get into, because I don't know if these spray bottles, you press it and then it keeps spraying. So my kids actually have little fights with them. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because it's good for their health, and it doesn't matter if they get it on them. You do not have to go to a hospital. It is actually healthy and supportive of your immune system. And also, as an added bonus, to make that 500 ml bottle costs you less than $2. So I challenge you to find somewhere that you could buy a cleaner for less than $2, especially one that works the bomb and is actually healthy for you.
And on that too, I think, if you think back to how your grandmother used to clean, she didn't have 17 products for different things. They generally, mine had vinegar and bicarb, and I don't know much else. I can't really remember, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be complicated. And, it's only the marketing that tells you need a product for each different section of the house, really. So this is all you need really in your cleaning cupboard.
And I know that we've got, we don't have it here, but that beautiful tile that shows the Petri dishes where they've compared white vinegar and a few other products with the Thieves Household Cleaner. And this is the one that actually is the most powerful. So it's pretty awesome. We can stick that in the comments underneath if you would like, after we post this later. But yeah, it is super cool.
And very briefly on it, while we're talking about it, there is a whole Zoom on mold, but this has been double checked by a building biologist, and we have a mold protocol for any cleaning mold, because I don't know if you know, but mold can be very detrimental to your health, and it might not just be respiratory systems. It can cause brain fog and all sorts of hormone disruptions and all sorts of things. This cleaner is what you need if you're trying to remediate from mold. But if you want more information on that, just reach out, because that's a whole nother Zoom.
That it is. Also, I don't know if we said it, I'm just going to say it now, is that if you are making it to clean glass or mirrors, you only put half the amount of the concentrate, because it's even too strong with that 20 mils in there. So even less. It's even less.
I didn't know that till just now, and I can't wait to try it, because I was trying to do windows on the weekend and I'm like, it's too much oil.
Yeah,
so that's what I did.
Yeah. I don't know how to slide through.
And
that's not it.
your arrow to the next one.
Yep, that's how you do it. Oh, here you go. It says half a cap.
Yeah, I was reading that.
Yeah. So there you go. You just do it with half the amount for your glass and window cleaner. So even easier.
And some people do like to add a little bit of vinegar to their window cleaner, but I don't bother anymore. I just use the Thieves.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that I need to. Yeah, that's all. And then we've got this awesome shower mold spray. Have you tried this?
I haven't. I don't have hydrogen peroxide yet. So it's...
You can just get that at the supermarket. So you can
buy... I didn't know that.
Yeah, a bigger, because you're not using it to ingest, you could just buy the supermarket one. And I have not tried it either because we actually don't have a shower mold issue. But if you live in a house where you've got inadequate ventilation or not great drainage in your bathroom, you definitely don't want to have any water sitting there, you know, as per the mold talk. And I'm not going to go into it too in depth, but you want to basically make sure that that water is draining away, or you're wiping it away with what are those things called?
Squidgy thing.
Yep, that's what it and this is great to kill any mold that's actually growing in there as well.
And I think a friend in our community has used that with great success, so that's really good.
I have heard that too.
I'll start using that and report back.
Yeah. Have you made this before, Kez?
The dishwasher powder?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I've been experimenting with a few different things in the dishwasher, but I haven't done this one yet. I think this is from, I don't know, someone that's obviously tried it and shared it with us. Yeah, so it's a bit of a make and create. Young Living, the only thing they don't have in Australia yet, I think, is dishwasher powder or dishwasher tablets. So this is a little recipe you can try, which is bicarb soda, washing soda, citric acid, table salt, not unrefined salt, and then the oils of choice. So all of those beautiful citrus oils are really great at cleaning and really nice and fresh when you open the door as well. And these aren't the tablets, so you just put these ones in a container and then
but I have seen I've seen one where people pack them into the little
into molds essentially, and then
if I was going to DIY it, I would not bother making them into tablets, because I actually find conventional tablets, not that I've used them in light years, don't actually dissolve anyway. Powder seems easier. Is that lazy?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Anyway, there you go. How are we going to move our face?
Scouring paste. This is my favorite other thing. I make my own, and I either use this for just about everything or anything that needs a bit of elbow grease. So if you get that sort of scum build up on your shower screens, every now and then I'll drop a teaspoonful into the toilet and just use it with the toilet brush or the oven. It's 4 tablespoons of bicarb. So I have a little jar, yay big, I don't know what the measurement is, maybe 250 grams, whatever.
Like a cup.
And so it works out to about a cup of bicarb, but this is probably a little bit stronger because it's oven. So bicarb soda, 2 tablespoons of the trusty household cleaner, and 5 to 6 drops of lemon oil. In my paste, I also add a dash of vinegar. But I think you can probably do it without it. I've probably forgotten sometimes when I'm in a hurry, and it seems to work fine as well. So the lemon oil works as a really good degreaser. And so for ovens where you know, I don't know if anyone has ever used that blow your head off, I don't even know what is it BAM or something like that. You spray it and then you have to walk outside for 20 minutes and suck in the big ones to try and recover from the stench of it. This is completely supportive to your health. And it doesn't make you cough, and it doesn't burn your nose hairs off. It's just beautiful, and it works. What are you laughing at?
Burn your nose hairs off. Isn't there one called Mr. Muscle or something? I always
something like that. It's that long since I've used it, and I don't clean my oven particularly regularly, so
I've never said
judge me, whatever.
My husband cleaned the oven, so Mr. Muscle makes sense.
So this, you apply the paste and then spray it with the vinegar. So it's a little bit different to my gumption replacement scrub, but it's really good for for everything oven, everything saucepan. If you get, you know, a burn mark or hard to lift things on your pots, that's really good as well. The other thing it's nice on is your sinks. If you scrub the sinks, kitchen sink, laundry sink, they come up shiny and bright. Just anything where you need a little bit more elbow grease. It's just a nice, beautiful, easy recipe. And I also love it around the drain of the bathroom sinks. It brings that back to nice and shiny too.
I've not added vinegar to mine before, but my children used to love making this for me. But then then this came out.
Yes, so I haven't tried that, but I'll let you talk about that one.
So I'm just going to put, I'd like to see more faces. So this is their kitchen and bath scrub. And I was like, not going to get that because I just make my own. It takes 5 minutes. Now I'm not going to make my own. So honestly, it's not expensive. I'm sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's all amazing ingredients, nothing to worry about there. But I put it in I just actually burnt the rice, not only in the pressure cooker, but also in the wok tonight. And all I did was I sprayed a little bit of C's household cleaner in the 2 metal dish things, what's these? And then put a little sprinkle of this and a little drop of lemongrass oil. I left it for a minute and it wiped out. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, no elbow grease, so easy.
Tina, Barbara says it's the best too.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Tina said that she's used it for her toilet, which I have not used it for yet. She said it works a treat.
Wholesale price is $24.75 of that one.
Thank you. I have seen and so it lasts a really, like you only need a tiny sprinkle and it's very heavy, by the way. It is 400 grams, but yeah, there's a lot in there. But I have seen someone on social media, we're currently staying at my dad's while we renovate, so I would never do it here, but she drew on her bench top with black Sharpie and then used this to remove it. I'm like, wow, that's ballsy, but it worked. So I, saw video evidence of that.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is my new not going to be without, though it is out of stock at the moment. So probably because I've got about 4 here.
I was going to say it's that popular. It's gone.
All righty. Sorry, this is a bit squashed. Do you want to go with this one, Kez?
Sure. Carpet stain removal. So I will speak to my fairy sparkle paste that I use on fairy sprinkle powder that I use on carpets a bit later. But we've had a few people in our community have great success with this one. We have a lot of floorboards in our house, so I haven't had to try it, thank goodness. But half a cup of vinegar, a cup of the household cleaner, a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of bicarb, a tablespoon of the Thieves Dish Soap, which is this beauty, and then 7 to 8 drops of lavender and purification. And then you can add 20 mils of hydrogen peroxide, but test that on your coloured carpets because you don't want to have a little light spot. And then you just put it to the stained area, leave it for probably half an hour if you've got it, and then just rub it gently in a circular motion. Don't scrub it, and then just press it with a damp cloth and let it dry and see how it goes. You might need to repeat. Some girls have said it's great first time, just depends on the severity of your stain. So yeah, that's another beauty.
I did learn that one there was a lady on the ABC years ago called Shannon Lush, who was all about, do you remember her?
Yeah.
It was all about how to get tough stains out. I mentioned her the other night because she was one of the first people I heard talk about clove oil for mold. But anyway, she was always talking about how you don't, oh my God, Kerry's run away, how you don't scrub things in. You really want to try and keep them kind of on the surface, that you're dealing with the surface fibers rather than them going deep down. So yeah, there's that.
That's very cool. Sorry, I was being asked questions at the same time.
Okay. That's okay. I can run you through a fabric softener. So I actually haven't used a fabric softener in a really long time. And to be honest, I actually only put a few drops of essential oil in the fabric softener part of my washing machine. So, but if you choose to, there's so vinegar is known to be naturally softening on your clothes, especially with your towels. And so you can put some vinegar with 20 drops of your choice of essential oil and a box of rock salt. Pour it into a big, nearly a litre dispenser and fill it with white vinegar. I'm really sorry about my formatting there. You can also use this as a cleaner for your washing machine. And what I have seen people do as well is that they have like an old jar, and they might put, instead of using 20 drops of essential oil, they will put their empty bottles, and they will just pop out the orifice there, and then put the empty bottle in, and just sort of put a few empty bottles in the bottom of the vinegar, and that way you're getting the last few drops of goodness out of your bottle and not wasting it, and you get a delicious malty oil smelling laundry fabric softener.
I find the laundry liquid makes my washing beautifully soft anyway, compared to what I used to use. My towels are never, I don't know, when I used the old stuff, they used to get crunchy in the sun. Right. But I don't find that they're like that anymore.
I don't find that either. I wonder if it's something they put in it. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, I can't say.
The bees land on my washing, which is awesome. I love that.
I love it when you say that. How do I move that? That's how. Sorry.
Clothes spot removal. So the stain sticks that you get in the supermarket, I'm sorry, are just not really that good. And lots of people don't gravitate towards natural products because they don't think they work as well. But I can tell you now, these recipes we are sharing are tried and tested, and they're amazing. So for this one, it's a 100 ml spray bottle, 6 drops of lemon. You can see a common theme with lemon. It's very good for cleaning. And not only the home, it's good for cleaning you too. If you put a drop of lemon in your water, it has amazing benefits. But anyway, that's for another day. A teaspoon of baking soda, 3 caps of the trusty fan of the evening, the household cleaner, or you can sub it with dish soap. And dish soap is often good as well for grease, lifting that a bit more easily. 30 mils of hydrogen peroxide, 3%, and then fill the bottle halfway with household cleaner and hydrogen peroxide. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. And then leave room at the top for the oils and the baking soda. Oh, I see. So you fill it, put the liquid stuff in first and then put the oil in the baking soda and shake it really well before you use it. And for that one, you can spray it on your stains before you wash, but let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you. Because it just works on the stain a bit better. And I would also recommend just do a little spot test for any vibrant colours. Just, you don't want, again, a spot that, makes the stain pale into insignificance. So, the other thing I love is I just use a little bit of this or just some, a bottle of like a diluted Thieves Household Cleaner on the underarms of shirts in summer. I find some get a little ponky sometimes, depending on which members of the family are doing what. So that's another little hack there, just to deodorize those.
I tell you what I found. So I wear a lot of face oils, and in winter, a lot of my lighter colored jumpers get a grease ring around the front.
Yeah.
But what I do is I just rub a little bit of the dish soap into it about 5 minutes before I wash it. And it just breaks up the oil that's actually just been wiped onto it. So,
and do you wash then in warm or cold?
I normally do like a 30-degree wash.
Cool.
I did see some hot debate about that on Facebook the other day about what temperature you need to wash in for low tox laundry detergents. Mm-hmm. And there was, a lot of, conversation that it had to be a hot wash. But I think that potentially is if you're using a powder, that it's sometimes a little bit harder for it to dissolve because of the natural substances. I'm not sure if we go onto it. So I'm just going to, I don't know if you can actually, I might have to pop that open so I can see if you can see. But so with the laundry detergent, so it's very concentrated like the other one. So all you need is literally, well, even that's probably a bit too much, but just that tiny amount. Can you see that a little bit?
Yeah,
that's
I can see.
That's all you need, tiny amount. So
and it really is, it's less is more. These guys don't ship water, so all of the products are really, really concentrated, like 26 500 ml bottles out of this. Gosh, I don't even know how many loads out of a bottle of washing liquid, probably 70 odd, I think. And pretty much everything else, the dishwashing liquid you can dilute by 3. So split this bottle into 3. and then add some water and bicarb, just makes it go a bit further, and it makes low tox not expensive. So
I also just grabbed this because it happened to be near my
beauty,
desk. That's the Thieves hand soap. And the same with this one, that you can dilute it, you know, by a third or a quarter. So that's got a foaming pump that goes on it. So I just actually, I have a glass foaming pump in my bathroom just because I prefer the look of it. And I just pour a quarter in and top it up with water. And then this, you know, this one soap thing gives me 4, you know, I don't know what I'm saying. It's 4 times the amount. So pretty incredible. It goes very
fast. It's reducing waste. It's reducing the cost, and, you know, it's better for everyone. And there's all these products going down the drain is not harmful to septic systems or anything in nature where they get pumped into. So that's a nice extra added bonus as well.
That it is. Can I talk about the fun? Is that okay? I love it.
Yeah.
I love mine. And actually, this came from a friend of mine from Sim, actually. So I have a lot of indoor plants, and they get a bit dusty and they look a little bit sad from time to time. But this is a really beautiful way of keeping them. And sometimes in summer, I would find the soil would get those little sort of midgy things. But if you, your plants actually love these ingredients because they are directly from nature anyway. So you just want to make sure that they're diluted so it's not too strong for the plant, but you are using the Thieves household cleaner, some peppermint, rosemary or Thieves, which those essential oils help to keep away those little sort of buzzards that, not a buzzard, that's like a bird, but little flying things that go in there. The Thieves, especially, sometimes you, in some climates, you can get mold actually growing in the soil if you live in a house with inadequate ventilation. But if you pop it in a spray bottle, top it up with water, and then you just, you know, use it to give your plants a bit of a spray and wipe their leaves, and they'll be very happy. They smile at you. This is you, Kez.
Yeah, so wall art remover. I don't know if any of you have any little artists in the house, but for pretty much anything on the walls, and I've used it for crayon on bookshelves, white bookshelves and things like that. I personally used lemon, but a drop of citrus oil on a rag or a little splash, like just flip the bottle over of the household cleaner with a drop of lemon and just slowly work it. And I tell you, it will, it'll get it out every time. And it sounds like now the new bath scrub powder will work just as well. And the other thing on lemon oil is that it's fabulous for any sticky residues. So if you think I reuse all my jars, I take the stickers off and clean them, but sometimes you get that sticky bit on the outside. So just a bit of lemon oil on a cloth and just work at that, and that will get rid of it. So it's really beautiful for that too.
Awesome.
Fairy sprinkle dust. I love this stuff, and I love thinking of it as a fairy sprinkle dust when I'm cleaning because it's just a bit more fun that way. But just a cup of bicarb soda in something with holes in the top, whether you drill some holes in the lid of a jar or however you do it. Sometimes I just have it in a jar and just take the lid off and sprinkle it. Add a few drops of either purification or Thieves. Now, I've already mentioned I love purification for cleaning, but if I'm dealing with something where there's been mold or moisture in the room, I will use Thieves. And I use this on carpets and mattresses. So every now and then I'll sprinkle it on the mattress, put it out in the sun, and then vacuum it off before I put them back, and it just freshens everything up. And the same for the carpet, and just sprinkle it on, leave it for as long as you like. I probably leave it, I don't know, half an hour, as long as it takes me to do all the other things in the room, and then just vacuum it all up. And I just find it really refreshing. And I have used it on just little spills on the carpet. So if things get dropped, water or something where it's wet and I'm paranoid about mold, so I want that soaked up quick smart, I'll press it with a towel to dry it as much as I can, and then just sprinkle it with the bicarb to take out the last of the moisture. So yeah, that's that one. Sorry.
I was just going to say, my daughter got a car, and when secondhand car, and they sprayed it with this god awful stenchy thing that she got it in like March or April, and it still smells now. But actually we've used this in the car to try and reduce the smell. So sprinkled the bicarb soda with the oils in there and then vacuumed it all up. But gosh only knows what's in it, because it is still potent. Like when you get out of the car, you smell of it. So I don't know what that stuff is, but it has helped to reduce that. And I guess probably my comment was, we've talked a lot about cleaning your house and cleaning everything in the house, but you can also use this for, for cleaning your car, for cleaning, you used to have boat, so cleaning the boat.
Yeah, I use the thieves in the boat all the time.
Yeah. It's not just for inside the house.
And by the end, my husband was saying, "Can you get me that cleaner?" Like, yes, I can.
And actually my daughter, she works in a cafe as well, and she said that it was quiet the other day, so they asked them to clean the tables, and she said they had this pink spray and she had no idea what it was, and she was like, I don't want to be touching this, I just want the thieves. Of course that wasn't available to her, so but I'm at least happy that she knew that it wasn't ideal.
Knew the difference.
Yeah.
The other thing I've seen the thieves used for, I haven't used it here yet because my husband just has an attachment for the gurney that does the trick, but people have used it to scrub outdoor pavers and things like that to get the slippery sort of residue off them. So yeah, with great success. That's pretty cool as well. But purification, just while I'm singing its praises, is a real beauty for all things cleaning. If you want to purify, if you've got stinky anything, so stinky shoes, stinky school bags, eskies, you name it, a drop of purification is just mint. And I also will put a drop in the toilet roll of the bathroom as I'm cleaning the bathroom, and you come back in and it's just so lovely. So it's another little hack. And the last one is this ripper. This is the Thieves Bar Soap. Now, I have a child who adores his cricket, and he adores sliding in his whites. And I'm not talking during the game. I'm talking as soon as he shows up to the oval. He like nearly does a slide onto the ground. The other week, they had their first game of the season. All the other kids were white in their whites at the end of the game, and his legs were black. And I've taken photos, but I haven't got them here. But I refuse to use the conventional soakers. I'm not interested. So I had to find a solution, because this is his third season in whites. And this is what it's been. So basically at the end of a game or sometime over the weekend when I can be bothered, I will just get this. I've got a block in the laundry, and I literally just rub it along the dirty bits. I've got a little scrubbing brush. So I just work it with that. Pardon?
Do you wet it first?
A little bit, yeah, I do. Just
Like
make it a little bit damp, and then kind of lather it up a little bit. You don't really need much to lather. I've had one block going down there since, geez, it would be over a year, I think. So that's a cricket season and a bit. Scrubbing brush and just scrub it. And then sometimes I've got to rinse repeat because there isn't that much dirt. But and then I just stick them in the wash with other whites if I have other whites. Nothing too super white, just in case. And a bit of the laundry liquid, and hang it in the sun. And I actually can't believe how well it works. Every time I'm like, far out, it's happened again. So cannot speak highly enough of this beauty. And as a result, I just use the bar on any other stains and stuff as well. So I haven't made too many other stain removers since I've put this one in circulation.
I might try out collars as well.
Yeah.
So I'd say
white socks.
The biggest myth, isn't it, is that that these don't work.
Yeah.
That low tox cleaners are not powerful. And so I guess probably what we want to say is that you've got 2 children, I've got 3 children, we've both got dogs, both got husbands, and we don't want to spend any extra time cleaning than we have to. And we promise you this stuff works.
Yep. Yep. Oh, and the pet shampoo is amazing for the furry friends too.
It is. Though I have used the human shampoo and the dish soap on the dog before.
Well, that's the other thing. You know, if you're going away and you forget something, it's all pretty well, you know, I've used this in the washing machine when I don't have laundry liquid with me. The other thing we didn't mention is the fruit and veggie. So as I said, there's so many things, but this is beautiful. There's plenty of social media videos of broccoli tests where they wash it before and the water rolls off, and then soak it in this, and the water is not repelled, and it just takes the wax off apples and all those sorts of good things. So really, really good. And particularly if you can't get organic produce for the heavily sprayed things, you know, your berries and things like that. Sorry, that's my dog on the floor. Yeah, it's really handy to have that, just having a little brow down there. Yes.
Well, that's our low tox cleaning tips. Make sure you call everything fairy sprinkle dust because it makes it more fun. And definitely hit Kerry up for a picture of those cricket whites because it is the real deal. And we look forward to seeing you on the next call. I'm just going to turn off recording there. Hang on.